This is problem 1.45 from Francois Tardieu's book, Backgammon Strategic Concepts, Chapter 1. Here's the position. We're blue. We rolled a 4-3, and our home board's in the bottom right. Take a look at the three top moves. I'll give you my quick observations on the pros and cons of each possible move. Look at some of Tardieu's key points, Tardieu's expert analysis with feedback from XG, Tardieu's summary, and at the end of the video, I'll modify the position, which brings up a couple of questions. Here's the first possible move, coming in from the bar and hitting on the 18 point like this. This puts us up by 33 in the race. We were up by 8 before the roll. Now we're up by 33. Takes away half of white's next roll. It leaves 3 blots over both sides of the board. Second possible move is to come in on the 21 point and hit loose on the 3 point, like this. This makes a strong advanced anchor on the 21 point. Sends white to the bar, taking away half of their next roll. Starts unstacking our heavy 6 point. It leaves a vulnerable blot in our home board. The third possible move is to come in on the 21 point and cover our 10 point, like this. This makes a strong advanced anchor on the 21 point, brings the 10th checker down into the zone, makes the useful 10 point, covers our blot on the 10 point, and improves both sides of our board. Here are the 3 final positions. Take a look at the features of each position, the pip count, the strength of each player's board, and the threats facing each player, and think of which move you would prefer. Here's a quick recap. Here's the play where we're sending a 4th checker back by hitting on the 18 point before and after. Here's the play where we anchor up on the 21 point and hit loose on our 3 point before and after. And here's the play where we anchor on the 21 point and make an outfield point by covering our blot on the 10 before and after. Let's see some of Tardieu's key points. Establishing an advanced anchor on the 21 point neutralizes the attacking power of white's builders on the 6, 7, and 8, and makes a priming game more difficult for white to carry out. It'll be very hard for him, once we make this anchor, it's going to be very hard for white to prime us in, block us in. It's more valuable for us to hit loose on our 4 point or 5 point than it is to hit loose on the 3 point. Sending a 4th checker back often makes it easier for our opponent to secure an advanced anchor. Gaining a few more pips is not a top priority when we're already up by 15. Unstacking and not stripping our midpoint to make an outfield point improves our distribution. And if possible, we should try to avoid leaving multiple shots around the board. Let's see what Tardieu and XG say about each possible move. For the move where we're anchoring on the 21 point and hitting loose on our 3 point, Tardieu says, establishing the defensive 21 point anchor neutralizes the attacking power of white's builders on the 6, 7, and 8 points and disrupts their game, their priming game. All good things. However, hitting loose on our 3 point is not so great because our 3-point is not as valuable as our 4 and 5 points. So we should not hit loose there if there's a better option, which there is. Doing so makes this the third best of our top 3 moves. Second best would be to hit on the 18 point, the bar point, and send a 4th checker back. Hitting the blot on the 18 point will gain us ground in the race, but we're already 15 pips ahead. Gaining more pips in the race isn't really our top priority here. What's more, hitting will make it easier for white to secure an advanced anchor in our home board, and we'll also be left with 3 blots lying around. The best move, according to Tardieu and XG, is to make the advanced anchor on the 21 point and cover our blot on the 10. This play secures a strong defensive anchor on the 21 point, neutralizes white's builders, which were bearing down on us. The 21 point anchor also makes it more difficult for white to carry out an effective priming game. Additionally, making the 10 point unstacks our midpoint without stripping it and improves our distribution. After this play, we'll have an excellent structure that we can use to secure our key priming points, like the 5, 4, 7, or retain the valuable blocking points if white manages to anchor on the 4 or 5 point. That's why this is the best top move. Tardieu summary: a play that secures both a solid defensive anchor, like on the 21 point, and a good attacking structure, like we will have down here, will work towards a successful long-term strategy. Strategic development is preferable to short-term gains, like hitting loose on the 3, or hitting over here on the 18 point. Those are both short-term gains, which can disrupt and destabilize the position in your opponent's favor. If I modify the position, take a checker off of the stack here, put it back here on the 22 point. So here's the original position, and here's the modified position. When we're giving white a lead now. We're in the original position, we were up by 8 before the roll. Now we're down by 8 before the roll. Here, when we give white an 8 pip lead in the race, we should hit on the 18 point and send white to the bar. I believe this is because we are now losing the race, and hitting will give us a 17 pip lead after the hit. I think I'm interpreting this correctly. I might be missing something though. Let me know if you agree or not, or if you have a question or a comment. Any and all feedback is welcome.